Flirting isn't just an art, it's a psychological dance. When done right, it sparks attraction, intrigue, and a connection she can't resist. The Stoics, masters of understanding human nature, taught us how to be intentional with our actions. In the same way, flirting isn't about manipulation, but creating moments of authentic connection. In this episode, you'll discover 7 powerful flirting tactics that drive women wild. These aren't gimmicks, they're rooted in confidence, emotional intelligence, and timeless Stoic wisdom. Stick around to the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your experiences in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else. Chapter 1: A woman's weak spot, playful teasing. Playful teasing is one of the most effective ways to spark chemistry and build an engaging connection with a woman. It's not about being mean, overly sarcastic, or making her uncomfortable. It's about striking a balance between humor, intrigue, and warmth. Done correctly, teasing shows confidence, a sense of humor, and emotional intelligence, 3 traits that women find irresistible. It sets the tone for a dynamic that's fun, light-hearted, and full of energy. Teasing works because it disarms her defenses while creating a sense of playfulness and unpredictability. For instance, if she tells you she's terrible at dancing, you could respond with a mischievous grin and say, "Oh, so you're saying I should prepare to be embarrassed if we ever hit the dance floor." This type of remark teases her gently while inviting her to engage with you on a deeper, more playful level. It's not about putting her down, it's about creating a fun, back-and-forth banter that makes the interaction feel effortless and exciting. The beauty of playful teasing lies in its ability to highlight your confidence without coming across as arrogant. It shows that you don't take yourself, or life, too seriously, which is a quality most women find incredibly attractive. Confidence paired with humor signals that you're comfortable in your own skin and capable of navigating social interactions with ease. For example, if she mentions she's a coffee enthusiast, you might tease her by saying, "So, what you're telling me is you judge people based on their latte art skills?" Delivered with a smile, such remarks create a fun and engaging dynamic that keeps her intrigued. The Stoics valued wit, composure, and the ability to stay grounded, qualities you should embody when teasing. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be." D1. In the context of playful teasing, this means showing confidence, kindness, and good-natured humor in every interaction. Teasing is never about dominance or one-upmanship. It's about creating a space where both of you can enjoy the moment and build a connection. It's important to remember that playful teasing is an art, not a formula. Pay attention to her reactions and body language. If she laughs, smiles, or teases you back, you're on the right track. However, if she seems uncomfortable or doesn't respond positively, dial it back and shift the tone. The goal is to make her feel comfortable and appreciated, not criticized or singled out. Another key to mastering playful teasing is variety. If you rely on the same types of jokes or comments repeatedly, the dynamic can become stale. Instead, tailor your teasing to the context of the conversation and her personality. If she's competitive, you might tease her about being too serious about winning. If she's artsy, you could joke about her being the next Picasso, but refusing to admit it. By personalizing your teasing, you show that you're attentive and engaged, which makes the interaction feel even more special. Teasing also creates an environment where she feels safe to express herself more openly. When you can laugh at yourself and joke around, it signals that she can do the same without fear of judgment. This mutual sense of comfort and playfulness paves the way for a deeper emotional connection. For example, if she teases you back, embrace it with a laugh and say something like, "Wow, I didn't realize I was signing up for a roast." This keeps the conversation flowing naturally and shows that you're a good sport. The essence of playful teasing lies in its ability to build a sense of exclusivity between the two of you. It creates shared moments that feel unique and personal. When you tease her, it's as if you're letting her into an inside joke that only the two of you share. This creates a sense of closeness and intimacy that can't be achieved through ordinary small talk. Confidence is the foundation of playful teasing, but it must be paired with good intentions. Women are drawn to men who can balance assertiveness with kindness, humor with respect. When you tease her with a playful comment, you're showing her that you're not afraid to challenge her in a light-hearted way while still valuing her as an equal. Ultimately, playful teasing isn't just a strategy, it's a way of being. It reflects a mindset of joy, self-assurance, and the ability to find humor in everyday moments. When you embody these qualities, you naturally draw people toward you. A woman who feels this playful energy will not only enjoy your company, but will also find herself thinking about you long after the conversation has ended. Chapter 2: Physical Touch, When and How. Physical touch is one of the most powerful tools in flirting, capable of deepening a connection in ways words cannot. However, timing and context are everything. A well-timed touch communicates interest, confidence, and warmth, but overstepping can make the interaction feel forced or uncomfortable. The art lies in keeping it subtle, natural, and attuned to her comfort level. A light, brief touch on her arm during a laugh, a playful nudge when joking, or even a quick tap on the shoulder to emphasize a point can create a sense of closeness without overwhelming her. These small gestures speak volumes because they convey that you're engaged and present in the interaction. The secret is not to overthink it, let it happen organically. If the moment feels right and the energy between you is positive, a well-placed touch can amplify the connection. Physical touch, when done thoughtfully, acts as a bridge between emotional and physical connection. For example, if you're walking side by side and she bumps into you slightly, playfully bump her back. If she brushes lint off your jacket, take the opportunity to gently touch her hand in return and smile. These are non-verbal ways of saying, "I see you, and I'm present with you." They subtly signal interest while keeping the interaction light and unpressured. That said, the most important factor is to gauge her comfort level. Pay close attention to her body language and reactions. If she leans into your touch or mirrors it by touching you in return, it's a clear green light that she feels at ease with the physical connection. On the other hand, if she pulls back or seems hesitant, respect her boundaries and step back. Building trust and comfort is far more important than rushing the process. Timing also plays a critical role. Physical touch should never feel out of place or sudden. Instead, it should flow naturally within the rhythm of the interaction. For instance, if she's sharing a funny story and you both burst into laughter, a light touch on her forearm in that moment feels genuine and spontaneous. Similarly, if you're celebrating a shared joke or winning a playful bet, a quick high five or a gentle fist bump can break the barrier of touch in a way that feels comfortable and fun. Seneca's wisdom applies beautifully here. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. The key to physical touch is staying grounded in the moment. Don't fixate on what it might lead to or overanalyze its significance. Instead, focus on how it fits naturally into the flow of your interaction. Anxiety about whether you're doing it right can break the connection, while being present allows your actions to feel authentic and meaningful. Overdoing it, especially early on, can make the interaction feel awkward or even intrusive. For example, touching too frequently or inappropriately can create discomfort and harm the rapport you're trying to build. On the other hand, not initiating any form of physical contact may signal disinterest or hesitation. The balance lies in being mindful, intentional, and responsive. Physical touch is not just about creating attraction, it's about building trust, rapport, and a sense of shared comfort. The ability to touch someone in a way that feels safe, warm, and appropriate is an art that requires self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Women often appreciate a man who can be attuned to their signals and move at a pace that respects their boundaries. When done correctly, touch enhances the connection, strengthens emotional intimacy, and lays the foundation for something deeper. Remember, the goal isn't to use touch as a strategy, but to let it naturally complement the energy of the moment. Whether it's a brief touch during a shared laugh, a playful nudge, or simply standing close enough that she feels your presence, these subtle actions speak volumes. In time, as comfort and trust grow, physical touch becomes a natural extension of your connection, a way of expressing warmth, interest, and genuine care without needing words. Chapter 3: The Playful Challenge. Introducing a playful challenge into your interactions can elevate the dynamic, making her see you as someone exciting, intriguing, and different from the crowd. A playful challenge acts as a catalyst for attraction by sparking curiosity and setting the tone for a light-hearted and engaging connection. Whether it's a trivia question, a fun debate about a random topic, or even challenging her to a game of pool or darts, these moments inject energy into the interaction and leave a lasting impression. For example, if she confidently claims to be unbeatable at a card game, counter with a playful smirk and say, "I'll believe it when I see it." How about this, loser buys coffee? Suddenly, the conversation isn't just words anymore. It has a sense of purpose, excitement, and stakes. This playful edge keeps the interaction fun and flirty while also subtly creating an environment where she feels motivated to impress you. The challenge isn't just about winning or losing, it's about the way it makes her feel engaged, valued, and intrigued by you. The Stoics often emphasized the importance of balance, including the interplay between reason and emotion. Epictetus famously said, "Difficulties show what men are." Applying this wisdom, your ability to challenge her in a playful, confident manner, without coming across as arrogant, highlights your emotional intelligence and composure. These are qualities that not only reflect inner strength, but are also highly attractive. When you introduce a playful challenge, you're walking a fine line between confidence and humility. Too much bravado might come across as off-putting, but striking the right balance will show that you're secure in yourself while remaining approachable. You aren't trying to dominate the situation, you're creating a shared experience where both of you can have fun and connect on a deeper level. Moreover, a playful challenge often encourages teasing, which can be a powerful tool for building rapport. Teasing creates a sense of intimacy without forcing vulnerability. For instance, if she hesitates during the game, you can joke, "Oh, come on, I thought you were the undefeated champion. Don't tell me I'm intimidating you already." Delivered with a wink or a smile, comments like these create a dynamic where she feels both challenged and appreciated. Challenges also break the monotony of routine conversations. Many interactions follow predictable scripts, but when you introduce an element of play, you set yourself apart as someone who knows how to have fun and isn't afraid to be a little unconventional. This unpredictability is magnetic. She'll associate you with feelings of excitement and enjoyment, two emotions that are crucial in building attraction. Lastly, this approach ties directly to the Stoic principle of staying grounded and centered in every situation. By challenging her with poise and good humor, you're showcasing your ability to maintain control of the moment, even when it's playful. It's a subtle but powerful way of demonstrating leadership, a quality women are naturally drawn to. In her eyes, you become someone who not only knows how to navigate life's challenges with grace, but also brings a sense of joy and spontaneity into her world. Chapter 4: The Secret Flirting Weapon, Eye Contact. Eye contact is one of the most subtle yet profoundly powerful tools in flirting. When used skillfully, it can convey interest, confidence, and even a sense of mystery. It's not just about looking into her eyes, it's about creating a moment that feels personal and intentional, as if the world has faded away and you're the only two people in the room. To make eye contact effective, focus on timing and intent. Holding her gaze for just a second longer than what's considered typical can create a spark of intrigue. That extra moment signals that you're not just casually glancing, you're present and paying attention. Your expression matters just as much as the gaze itself. Pair your eye contact with a warm smile or a slight playful smirk to communicate openness and confidence. However, balance is key. Too much eye contact can come across as overly intense, making her feel uncomfortable or pressured. On the other hand, avoiding her gaze might suggest disinterest or a lack of confidence. The sweet spot lies in showing her you're fully engaged without crossing the line into overbearing territory. Think of it as a silent conversation. Your eyes should speak volumes without saying a word. A well-timed glance can also create moments of playful tension. For instance, let your gaze linger slightly longer when she's sharing something exciting or meaningful. This not only shows that you're genuinely interested in what she's saying, but also builds a subtle emotional connection. When done right, eye contact can turn an ordinary interaction into a moment charged with chemistry. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, understood the power of intention and presence. He wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When your thoughts are calm, confident, and genuine, they naturally reflect in your gaze. This is why it's essential to approach eye contact with the right mindset. If your intentions are authentic and respectful, your gaze will naturally convey warmth and sincerity. Eye contact also plays a crucial role in building trust. A steady, confident gaze suggests that you're comfortable in your own skin and unafraid to connect on a deeper level. This can be incredibly attractive because it shows vulnerability, a willingness to be seen and to see her in return. It's an unspoken exchange of trust that can lay the foundation for a stronger emotional bond. Incorporating eye contact into a playful dynamic can heighten its effectiveness. For instance, you could hold her gaze for a moment, then look away briefly, only to meet her eyes again with a knowing smile. This creates a push and pull effect, keeping her intrigued and engaged. It's a way of saying, "I see you, and I want you to see me," without uttering a single word. Body language also plays a supporting role in enhancing the power of eye contact. Leaning slightly forward while maintaining eye contact can signal interest, while an occasional raised eyebrow can add a teasing or curious element to the interaction. These subtle cues, when combined with intentional eye contact, create a multidimensional experience that draws her in. In social settings, eye contact can help you stand out. When everyone else is distracted by their phones or darting their eyes around the room, maintaining steady and focused eye contact shows that you're different. It signals that you're fully present, giving her the attention she deserves. This small gesture can leave a lasting impression, making her feel special and valued. It's also worth noting that the context of eye contact matters. In quieter, more intimate settings, prolonged eye contact can deepen the connection, creating an almost magnetic pull. In livelier environments, quick and playful glances can convey excitement and interest without feeling too intense. Adapting your approach to the situation shows emotional intelligence and attentiveness, two traits women find incredibly attractive. Eye contact isn't just a tool for attraction, it's also a way to gauge her level of interest. Pay attention to how she responds when your eyes meet. Does she hold your gaze, look away shyly, or smile in return? Her reactions can provide valuable clues about her feelings and comfort level. If she maintains eye contact and mirrors your expressions, it's a strong indicator that she's engaged and enjoying the interaction. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom reminds us that eye contact is more than a physical act, it's a reflection of your inner state. When you approach it with confidence, calmness, and authenticity, your gaze becomes a window into your character. It shows her that you're not just interested in superficial interactions, but in creating a meaningful connection. In moments of doubt, remember that eye contact is a skill that improves with practice. Start small, maintain steady eye contact during everyday conversations with friends, colleagues, or even strangers. Over time, this will help you build the confidence to use eye contact more effectively in romantic settings. Finally, don't underestimate the impact of a genuine gaze. While playful and flirtatious looks have their place, moments of sincere, unguarded eye contact can create a deeper connection that lingers long after the interaction ends. It's in those moments of vulnerability and authenticity that true attraction and trust are built. In conclusion, mastering the art of eye contact requires balance, intention, and a willingness to be present. It's a simple yet powerful way to communicate interest and confidence without saying a word. By following the Stoic principle of aligning your actions with your thoughts, you can transform a fleeting glance into a moment of genuine connection. Use your gaze wisely, and you'll leave an impression that's impossible to forget. Chapter 5. She drops hints about the future. When a woman starts weaving future plans into your conversations, it's rarely accidental. Phrases like, "I've been dying to try that new sushi place," or "There's a concert coming up I think you'd love," are more than casual remarks. They're subtle invitations for you to step forward and take the lead. By dropping hints about future activities, she's signaling her interest and testing your ability to pick up on her cues. These hints are her way of imagining a future that involves you. She's subtly communicating that she enjoys your company enough to picture spending more time with you. The moments when she brings up future plans, no matter how small or hypothetical, are opportunities to strengthen the connection and show her that you're paying attention. Let's consider how you should respond. If she mentions the sushi place she's been wanting to try, don't let the opportunity slip by. A simple, confident reply like, "Let's check it out next weekend," your pick for the rolls, not only shows you've noticed her hint, but also demonstrates your decisiveness. This is important because women often admire a partner who can take initiative and turn vague ideas into concrete plans. Taking her hints seriously and acting on them doesn't just build attraction, it also builds trust. She feels seen and valued when her subtle suggestions are acknowledged and acted upon. It's a way of telling her, without words, that you're paying attention to what matters to her. The Stoics offer timeless advice that applies here. Epictetus famously said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This is a reminder to align your actions with your intentions. If you're interested in her and want to cultivate a deeper connection, you need to act decisively when the opportunity arises. Recognize her hints as invitations and respond with clarity and purpose. It's also essential to understand why she uses hints rather than direct requests. Women often drop hints because they want to maintain a sense of mystery and avoid coming across as overly forward. It's a way of balancing vulnerability with subtlety. By picking up on these signals, you show her that you're attentive and emotionally intelligent, qualities that set you apart from others who might miss the mark. At the same time, don't overanalyze or second-guess her intentions. If she mentions something she'd like to do in the future, take it at face value and respond with enthusiasm. Overthinking or hesitating might come across as disinterest or uncertainty. The goal is to strike a balance between being attentive and relaxed. These future-oriented hints also reveal something about her mindset. By envisioning potential plans with you, she's showing that she sees you as someone she wants to spend more time with. Whether it's a casual coffee outing or a shared hobby, her hints suggest that she's investing emotionally and imagining possibilities. However, it's important to note that not every hint is a direct invitation for you to act immediately. Sometimes, she might simply be sharing her interests or dreams, testing how you'll respond. The key is to differentiate between casual sharing and genuine interest in shared experiences. If her hints are frequent and include specific activities or places, it's a strong sign she's hoping you'll take the initiative. The power of these hints lies in the way they create a shared sense of anticipation. When you respond with enthusiasm and make plans, you're co-creating a narrative of connection and shared experiences. This not only strengthens the bond between you but also sets the stage for future interactions. Additionally, responding to her hint gives you the chance to showcase your creativity and planning skills. Instead of merely agreeing to her suggestions, add a twist or propose an enhancement. For instance, if she mentions wanting to visit the sushi place, you could say, "How about sushi and then a walk by the lake? We'll make an evening of it." This demonstrates thoughtfulness and an ability to take her ideas to the next level. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living intentionally and embracing opportunities as they arise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." If you're uncertain about how to proceed, remember that taking action, however small, is often better than hesitation. By responding to her hints, you're moving the connection forward and demonstrating your willingness to invest in the relationship. Finally, understand that following through on her hint isn't just about making plans, it's also about showing her that you're someone who listens and values her input. Women often drop hints as a way of testing whether a potential partner is attentive and capable of turning ideas into reality. By recognizing and acting on her signals, you're proving that you're not only interested, but also capable of creating meaningful experiences together. In conclusion, when she drops hints about the future, view it as an opportunity rather than a challenge. It's her way of opening a door for you to step through. Take the hint, make the plans, and show her that you're someone who listens, cares, and acts with purpose. As Epictetus taught, align your actions with your intentions and embrace the moment. When you do, you'll not only deepen the connection, but also create memories that strengthen your bond over time. Chapter 6: The Exit Strategy. Knowing when and how to leave a conversation is one of the most underappreciated yet powerful flirting tactics. Many people focus on making a great impression during a conversation, but overlook the significance of how they end it. A well-executed exit leaves her intrigued, excited, and eager for more. It's about creating a sense of anticipation that keeps you on her mind long after the conversation ends. Imagine this: you're engaged in a fun, lively exchange with her, and the energy is high. Instead of lingering until the moment fizzles out, you smile, make eye contact, and say something like, "This has been so much fun, but I've got to run. Let's pick this up soon." Then, you leave confidently, not waiting for her to prolong the interaction. This kind of graceful departure demonstrates self-assuredness, respect for her time, and an understanding of when to step away. Why is this so effective? Because it taps into human psychology. We naturally crave closure and resolution. When you end the interaction at its peak, you leave her wanting more, replaying the conversation in her mind and wondering about the next encounter. This sense of mystery and anticipation is a cornerstone of attraction. The exit strategy also aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy. The Stoics emphasized the importance of approaching each moment with purpose and intention. Seneca's wisdom, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life," applies here. Treat every conversation with her as a unique and meaningful experience. By leaving on a high note, you show that you value quality over quantity, which conveys confidence and emotional maturity. Confidence is key to executing the exit strategy effectively. When you step away with poise and a smile, it communicates that you're secure in yourself and not overly eager or clingy. This self-assuredness is magnetic. It shows her that you have a life filled with purpose and aren't hanging around just to seek validation. Confidence isn't about arrogance, it's about having the courage to trust that your presence has already made an impact, so there's no need to overstay. Timing is everything. Exiting too early might leave the interaction feeling abrupt or incomplete, while staying too long risks diluting the energy and excitement you've built. Pay attention to her body language and the flow of the conversation. When the energy feels right, when she's laughing, engaged, or smiling, and make your move. The goal is to leave her in a positive emotional state, associating those good feelings with you. A successful exit also involves setting the stage for the next interaction. Phrases like, "We'll pick this up soon," or "I can't wait to hear more about that next time," create an open-ended invitation for future connection. This keeps the door open without being too forward or presumptive. It's a subtle way of expressing interest while maintaining an air of mystery. The Stoics teach us to approach life with intentionality, and this applies to flirting as well. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Perform every act in life as though it were your last." This doesn't mean being overly dramatic or intense, it means treating each moment as significant. When you leave a conversation with purpose, you're showing her that every interaction with her matters to you. Your exit strategy should also reflect your unique personality. If you're playful by nature, leave with a light-hearted comment, like, "I better go before you laugh too hard at my jokes and scare everyone off." If you're more serious, a sincere parting line like, "I've really enjoyed this, let's talk again soon," might be more fitting. The key is to remain authentic and true to yourself. One overlooked aspect of the exit strategy is how it allows her to process the interaction. When you leave at the right moment, she has time to reflect on the connection without feeling overwhelmed. This reflection often strengthens her interest as she replays the highlights of your conversation in her mind. The exit strategy isn't about manipulation or creating unnecessary distance, it's about balance. It's about showing her that while you're interested, you also respect yourself and her enough to step away at the right time. This dynamic fosters mutual respect and keeps the relationship intriguing. Lastly, consider how the exit strategy ties into broader Stoic principles. The Stoics emphasized control over what's within your power and letting go of what isn't. When you confidently exit a conversation, you're embracing this philosophy. You can't control how she reacts, but you can control how you present yourself and the impression you leave. Seneca's advice to count each separate day as a separate life reminds us to focus on the present moment. When you're in a conversation, be fully engaged. But when it's time to go, leave with intention and grace. This mindset not only enhances your interactions, but also reinforces your own sense of purpose and self-respect. By mastering the exit strategy, you'll set yourself apart from others who linger too long or leave awkwardly. You'll show her that you're confident, thoughtful, and in control of your actions, all qualities that are undeniably attractive. More importantly, you'll create an air of intrigue that leaves her looking forward to the next time she sees you. And that's the essence of a great exit. It's not just about how you leave, it's about what you leave behind. Chapter 7: Authenticity is the ultimate tactic. Above all else, authenticity is the cornerstone of successful flirting. Genuine compliments, meaningful conversations, and a real interest in her thoughts, feelings, and life are what truly captivate a woman. While playful teasing, well-timed eye contact, and subtle physical touches can enhance attraction, they must originate from a place of sincerity. Without authenticity, even the most polished flirting tactics will fall flat. Being authentic doesn't mean oversharing or baring your soul right away. Instead, it's about allowing your true self to shine through in small, consistent ways. For example, when you compliment her, avoid generic lines like, "You're beautiful." Instead, be specific and heartfelt. "I love the way your smile lights up when you talk about something you're passionate about." This kind of observation shows that you're genuinely paying attention to her as a person, not just her appearance. Authenticity also means listening, really listening, to what she says. When she shares something about herself, ask thoughtful follow-up questions that demonstrate your interest. If she mentions her love for hiking, you might say, "What's the most amazing trail you've been on? I'd love to hear about it." This approach deepens the conversation and shows that you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. However, being authentic isn't only about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself. Confidence, kindness, and humility are traits that naturally draw people in. If you try to appear overly confident or cocky, it often backfires, making you seem insincere. Authenticity, on the other hand, makes your confidence feel grounded and real. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully when he wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In the context of flirting, this means standing out in a sea of superficial interactions by being genuine. Many people rely on scripted lines or exaggerated personas when trying to impress someone. By showing her the real you, flaws and all, you demonstrate strength and depth of character. Authenticity also means acknowledging your own vulnerabilities. You don't have to pretend to be perfect. In fact, admitting a small insecurity or sharing a personal story can make you more relatable and endearing. For instance, if she teases you about not knowing how to dance, instead of getting defensive, you could laugh and say, "You're absolutely right. I have 2 left feet. Maybe you can teach me sometime?" This response not only shows humility, but also creates an opportunity for connection. Moreover, being authentic involves respecting boundaries. A genuine connection is built on mutual comfort and trust. If you sense she's not ready for a certain level of closeness, don't push. Instead, focus on creating a safe and open environment where she feels free to be herself. This patience demonstrates emotional intelligence and maturity, qualities that are incredibly attractive. Authenticity extends to your intentions as well. If you're interested in her for more than just surface-level reasons, let your actions reflect that. Don't shower her with compliments or attention just to get something in return. Instead, aim to make her feel seen, valued, and appreciated for who she is. This approach fosters a connection that goes beyond fleeting attraction and builds the foundation for something meaningful. Stoicism teaches us the importance of being true to ourselves, even in the face of societal pressure or the desire for external validation. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life." In flirting, this translates to being present and intentional in your interactions. Instead of worrying about how you're being perceived or trying to impress her, focus on creating an authentic moment of connection. It's also essential to remember that authenticity doesn't mean you'll always get the outcome you want. Not every interaction will lead to romance, and that's okay. The Stoics remind us to focus on what we can control, our actions, thoughts, and intentions, rather than external outcomes. When you approach flirting with authenticity, you can walk away knowing you stayed true to yourself, regardless of the result. Finally, authenticity builds trust. When a woman senses that you're genuine, she's more likely to let her guard down and reciprocate. This mutual vulnerability creates a deeper connection than any clever line or calculated move ever could. Over time, this trust becomes the foundation of a strong, lasting bond. In a world where superficial interactions are all too common, authenticity is your superpower. By showing her the real you, someone who listens, cares, and values genuine connection, you'll set yourself apart in a way that's impossible to ignore. When your actions align with your words, and both come from a place of sincerity, you create an impression that lingers far beyond the moment. So, forget the flashy tactics and focus on what really matters, being yourself. When you embrace your authentic self, you'll naturally attract the kind of connection that's worth pursuing. After all, the ultimate flirting tactic isn't a technique or a strategy, it's the courage to be real. These 7 flirting tactics aren't about playing games, they're about building chemistry and connection through confidence, authenticity, and emotional intelligence. Use them with purpose and intention, and you'll leave a lasting impression. If you've experienced or tried any of these tactics, share your story in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more insights inspired by Stoic wisdom.